Go for it.
Morning, everyone. I am very happy to be presenting this today. I'm here with a friend and very good professional associate of mine, Bea Marshall.
Hello.
Bea the Tree on Instagram,
Yeah.
founder of Yes Parenting. And we're going to be just sort of introducing ourselves a little bit and talking about who we are and what we do, and leading on to a little bit of talk about trauma, where Bea will kind of lead on this because it's something she's very knowledgeable on, in terms of how trauma, past trauma or more recent trauma, can be affecting the way that we parent, particularly in relation to our gentle parenting. So that will be the first section of 4 videos today. And then the second video, well, the next 3 videos after that, we're really going to talk about the importance of sort of applying the gentle parenting principles to ourselves in order to most effectively bring them about with our children. Because if we're thinking about, say, respect, for example, you know, the things that we ask for respect personally in our lives, you know, it's very helpful to kind of be aware of those and what we need in terms of looking at our children in the same way. So that's just a very small sort of example. We're going to go into more depth, but it's really about the kind of principles of gentle parenting applied to ourselves as a nurturing or a healing or a developmental process that then enables us to better practice them with our children. So I think I'll hand over to you now, Bea, just to introduce yourself.
Okay. Well, so it's great to be here. That is the first thing I want to say. I really love that you reached out to me, and it's led to this exciting little collaboration. So I am Bea, and I am mum to 2 boys who at the time of filming are 12 and 14. My 12-year-old's rapidly approaching 13. We are a neurodivergent family. My youngest son is diagnosed autistic. My eldest son is waiting on his second assessment, having been assessed when he was about 10. And the people doing the assessment said, you know, he does tick all the diagnostic boxes, but because of the way you've parented him, he copes so much better than we think he should, so we're not going to diagnose him. And I was kind of just a bit, I was just a bit blindsided by that, I think. So I just kind of let it go. But as he gets older, it just becomes more apparent that actually having that understanding of himself and a language around who he is and how his brain works would probably be really supportive. And I'm not typically one who's pro labels. I think that labeling often limits us, but I think then there can be times when labeling actually creates a more expansive experience, which is very much actually where yes parenting comes from. It's yes to being expansive, whereas no is a very contracting word. I also have a rescue dog, Coco. I have 5 rescue hens, and I have a wonderful husband who lives 2 doors away from me. We have been married for 18 months. We've been together for 6 years. So he's not the dad of my boys. So that's me personally in a nutshell.
Okay.
I am the founder of Yes Parenting, which very briefly is a way to raise children without fear and control, which is very prevalent in conventional parenting, even though most parents wouldn't realize that. So Yes Parenting sits beautifully within gentle parenting, conscious parenting. Yes Parenting itself is quite a clear set of foundational principles and then building blocks that support us to go on that journey, especially for parents who started out like I did in that real kind of control and fear-based and raw, using every controlling method under the sun, star charts, timeouts, all that kind of stuff. The way Yes Parenting is really helps those kinds of parents work out how to move into gentle parenting, whereas I went on a very long journey of floundering around thinking, well, I don't want to be that raw controlling parent anymore now that I've realized that's what's going on, but how the heck do I do this other way? So hopefully Yes Parenting helps parents move through that. So yeah, that is a little bit about who I am, and I'm based in Sheffield in the north of
Okay.
England.
Wow. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have 3 children. The oldest being my 17-year-old stepdaughter, who's nearing 18 years now. She'll be 18 in August. I have a 2-year-old son, my own biological son, and a 5-year-old who's mine biologically as well, although they are all mine. I recently got married as well in July to my lovely wife. We're a mixed bunch culturally. Okay. All right. We're a mixed bunch culturally and background-wise. I am adopted. I was adopted at a very early age. A little bit, just a tiny bit about that now, just in terms of the trauma. I was removed from my biological parents at around the age of 2. They were very young and addicted to substances. So, you know, I was fortunate enough to be adopted into a different family. But my biological parents, my father was Trinidadian, I believe, and my mother was Spanish. I'm currently undergoing DNA testing to find out a little bit more about that, because I'm not entirely sure. We're not entirely sure. So that will be exciting to find out. My wife is, I'm still so used to saying partner, I was going to say partner, but my wife is Portuguese. And Laura, my stepdaughter, her father is Angolan Portuguese. So we have amongst us quite a lot going on. Yeah, so brilliant to that, I think. And so, yeah, that's my children. My sort of history professionally, work-wise, many, many moons ago, I started out, I was a very sort of aimless, lost teen, as many are. And my sister's boyfriend actually at the time said to me, "Why don't you work with children?" And I thought that might be fun, essentially, which it was. So I did my NNEB at the time and Montessori teacher training, and went off and did a lot of nursery nursing work for a while, and specialised. I predominantly worked in schools for autistic children for about 5 years or so. Anyway, fast tracking. I've worked in children's services for local authorities, independently for charities, in many different ways for about the best part of 25 years now. Crushed by the commonalities that occur within local authorities, I reached my limit professionally, couldn't take any more. And my wife presented the idea to me of going my own way, essentially, using everything that I've drawn on, separating the wheat from the chaff, and my experience as a father, such as it is, to start putting out there my beliefs and practices around how I feel parenting should be and how it works best. And I've been doing this now for some time, and I'm finding universally, as in my kind of spiritual beliefs, that I feel I am in a very good place. It just feels very, very right. So when opportunities like this come about, and I make these connections like I have with you, Bea, it just feels fantastic, and I'm really excited about our videos today. That's it.